Hi, this is Dr. Charles Fay of the Love and Logic Institute. And did you know that there are people all over the world teaching love and logic? And that's the best way to learn. Get in one of those local classes and learn with other people who are struggling with the same issues that you're struggling with. Now, it's important that you understand the difference between just exposure and training in love and logic. Now, it's fine to go to a class or an exposure where you have just a one-day event or maybe a 2-hour event. That's good exposure, and that has changed a lot of people's lives, but that's not real training. So how do you spot a real Love and Logic class? Well, a real Love and Logic class is taught in at least 4 to 6 separate sessions. That way the people are able to learn in the session, go home, or go back into their classroom and experiment, and then go back into the next session and talk with the trainer and each other about their experiments. Talking about those experiments, having the time to practice in between sessions is absolutely essential. So while there are some trainers that provide one-day events, that's exposure. If you really want to learn this well, that's not enough. You need the training where you practice, and talk with other people about your experience. You also need to make sure that you're getting a workbook that goes along with the class. See, some trainers, sometimes we call them facilitators, they provide the workbook for you. Others ask you to purchase the workbook from them. It really depends on the person you're taking the class from. But having that workbook is essential. That is part of that repeated exposure. Research tells us that people need to hear it, they need to see it, they need to read it, they need to write it, and they need to be talking with their friends about it. And most importantly, they need to be doing it and experimenting and going back and talking about. So again, make sure you get into a real Love and Logic class for the ultimate level of training and success with your kids. Again, as a review, real Love and Logic class, at least 4 to 6 separate sessions. Time in between to experiment and practice. Make sure you have that workbook. If you have any questions, give us a buzz, give us a call, 800-338-4065, or you can go to our website, use the live chat. We can help you find a local trainer. Thanks for listening.